Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of his homicidal mania.
Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome back. Today we are going to do that girl trending video that is trending on YouTube. But before we get to that, I'm welcoming myself back to YouTube because I know I've been gone for a while. That's because during Mercury retrograde, I'm not going to blame it on Mercury retrograde, but if I had something to blame it on, it would be that. And I just feel like all of my technology was like going out of whack. So my camera broke, I had to send it into Canon, I had to get a new one. So it was a whole ordeal. Anyway, I finally have my camera now, obviously, because I'm filming. And I thought I would do this fun video that I saw that was trending on YouTube because everyone has done their like take on the video and their take on what's cool. So I was like, oh, like let me do it so I can update everybody on like what's happening in my life and what I've been doing. So yeah, let's get into it. One more thing. So because I missed a whole month, which I'm actually really like not happy about, I want to make it up to you guys by uploading twice a week in July. So starting with this video, you'll get a video every Wednesday and Sunday. And so every Wednesday and Sunday of July, you'll get a video. That's what I just said. You'll get a video twice a week. And if I can sustain that upload schedule, I will keep it up. I have to see how it goes. So that's why I'm kind of like doing it in July to see if I can like sustain it. This is going to be my take on the that girl trend. I looked up the videos and I was trying to figure out like, well, who is that girl? And like, who are they talking about? But the whole trend is about just like being the best version of yourself and connecting to that girl like inside of you and that part of yourself. So I love that about this trend. For me, that girl is like, it's not necessarily like all about aesthetic and stuff like that. It's more about like finding balance in your workday and finding like happiness in the midst of everything. So I think like this whole video is just about figuring out yourself and figuring out what works best for you at this point of your life, right? Because you're not like the same person that you were a year ago. I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. We just survived the pandemic. So like the same tactics and the same mindset that we used a year ago to do life is not necessarily going to work right now, right? Like we need to kind of shift and like implement certain things. So for me, what I'm implementing now, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about, is like every morning I watch something motivational, which is something that I've always done, but like now I'm like, okay, I need to have that positivity in my life, otherwise like my mind will go into like negativity. So like I need to start off the morning with either like Abraham Hicks, Gabby Bernstein, Tony Robbins, like depending on the mood that I'm in. This week I'm like very much in the mood for like Abraham Hicks, so I listen to her when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm getting dressed in the morning, like a 5-10 minute video, and I try to kind of like listen and like implement what she's saying into like my day. Getting dressed has also been a very like important part of my day, and just showing up for work, because I've always worked from home, and you know, I've always said that getting dressed is like important when you work from home, but lately I just haven't. I just kind of like just work in like sweats or whatever, and like for me, getting dressed and like looking ready is always helpful, because you never know when you're gonna have an idea and you like want to say something on TikTok and then you don't look like you want to look, so you have to stop in the middle of what you're doing, go put on makeup, go put on like an acceptable shirt to like be on the internet with, just to be able to make a 15-second video. Whereas you could do all of that in the morning, and there's this quote that says stay ready so you never have to get ready. So like if you're always like staying ready and on top of it in the morning, then you're gonna like have that success and like have that momentum throughout the day. Mindset has been so important for me lately, just because there's a lot going on. Like obviously you guys know that I'm writing a book. It's like in its final stages. It was designed, so I'm working with a lot of different hands, like with a lot of different people who have a lot of different inputs, and if I receive something that I don't necessarily like or agree with, I need to be in a strong mindset to be able to respond to that, and to be able to not like be reactive, but respond in like a mature way about what I feel, what I think, whatever it is. So like just having that morning time has been just important for me, as well as my new way of eating. As you guys know, about a year ago actually, I would say like last summer, I did keto for like the second time around, where I did it like really intense and strict, and I lost a lot of weight and it was good. I was really clear, I felt good, But at this point in my life, I just feel like the restriction is too much for me. It does work, keto does work, and I love it. Right now, I am just focus on like being happy. So like I don't want to, what was happening to me a lot was that I was like going out and like drinking, or like maybe having like a pizza or whatever, like late at night, and I would feel so guilty because I would break ketosis. I'd be like, this isn't good for my body. This is actually like doing the opposite of what I wanted to do, because if you like break ketosis really often, like every weekend, like it's not good for your body, and you're storing more fat versus like using that fat for energy. So you're like actually storing more. So it's like completely the opposite of what you want to do. So I was like, okay, I need to figure it out. Like I need to figure out something else that works for me that's not necessarily keto, but that is still low carb, because I still feel best eating low carb, but I can't be in ketosis and like go out on the weekends and then just break ketosis, you know? So at this point in my life, I need a little bit more flexibility when it comes to the things that I'm eating. Before I could do keto just fine. Right now I can't, which is fine. Like that's life, it happens. And it's also the thing about figuring out where you are right now and becoming that girl for who you are right now. Like I can't tell my person right now to do a certain type of diet or to eat a certain type of thing, or to restrain myself in a certain way where I used to before, because I'm not that person anymore, and I have different needs, and I just survived a pandemic, and so did you. So you need to figure out what that's like for you too. As I was looking for like a new meal plan or like a new thing to try, I thought it was important to work with somebody or to like follow somebody who had that low carb keto mindset, because that's where I'm coming from too. And so she also has like the keto low carb background, and so her like 21-day paleo cleanse, you still have like some carbs because you get to eat like bananas and fruits, not a ton of them, like half of a banana in my morning smoothie or something like that. And then sometimes you get to eat sweet potato at night, but that's not every day. So I did her meal plan like all of last week, and I really loved it, enjoyed it. I didn't feel like I was lacking energy. I felt like I was, you know, like satisfied with what I was eating. This weekend I had a wedding, so I had like wedding cake, and I did like drink there. So, and I didn't feel like super guilty after, or like super just like mad at myself because I had broken ketosis. And so that's exactly what I was getting at and what I was looking for. Like if I would have been in keto, I would have been like, oh no, I can't have that cake, I can't have this, like I can't have that, and I would have just been upset if I would have had it. And now I'm just like, oh, like I shouldn't have it because it's a gluten-free plan, but I can have like a little piece of cake and it's not gonna like do anything crazy chemically in my body. Anyway, that's what I was getting at. So I've been really enjoying her 21-day paleo cleanse, so I'll put it up here in case you wanna like check it out. It's more of something that I'm trying to follow for a longer term versus just like 21 days. So I'm like really trying to implement it for a longer time. I've noticed that cutting out gluten and dairy has helped my inflammation so much. I always used to feel so bloated, and I knew that like it was gluten because I always knew that eating it just didn't sit well with me. But like cutting it out for like even 5 days and then just having it one day, you really feel the difference. So it's just been like sort of like eliminating all those things has been really good for me to figure out what makes me feel good. That is what I think like this trend is about and should be. It's about learning the new you, like your new person after like post-pandemic, and catering to her and seeing what she likes, and then going from there. I published a PR newsletter. I finally published it. I'll leave the link down below if you want to subscribe. There's an option to subscribe for like the regular newsletter, and there's an option to subscribe for like a paid newsletter. The reason that it is paid is because it's going to be like actual like expert advice from people in the industry. It's going to be like tips that I know that I like wouldn't otherwise disclose. But if you have any questions, you can also email me. If you're a paid subscriber, you can email me directly. And so it'll be like a way for us to like create a better relationship and be able to like go back and forth without having to, you know, do all this extra stuff about it. If you do subscribe to the newsletter, whether it's paid or not, I think you're gonna get a lot from it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you got some good stuff from it. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will be posting another video this week, so I'll see you back here soon.